Hi everyone, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. I'm going to be sharing some tips on how it is that we can overcome our fears. And these are tried and tested tips. And also, it's a topic which is really close to my heart. I recently started learning something new. I started to learn how to ride a motorcycle, which has been a passion for the longest of time. And even though in my mind I had thought, and I have ridden, a bike without a gear, I thought it would be something which would be so easy and so second nature. But the moment that I sat on that motorcycle, the sense of fear, my mouth went dry, there were knots in my stomach, and I was just having a panic attack. And my first reaction was that I need to be getting off this, and I don't think so I can do this. All the thoughts of how badly I wanted it and how the wind would feel on my face when I rode, all of them just absolutely vanished. All I could think about was that I need to be getting off this, and I don't think so I can do it. Now, the interesting thing is, and the good news is, that fear is not something that we are all born with. We learn it in different formats, whether it can be our upbringing. Maybe too many times we've been told by our parents every time that we walked out of the door that be careful, I hope nothing bad happens, or be careful when you're there in the dark, or be careful. So, all those, whether they are thoughts that have been pre-fed, of course, depending on the others' experiences to us. And in certain cases, of course, you have to be safe, you have to be careful, you can't be foolish, and you can't be letting go absolutely of all caution. But the thoughts that finally manifest into fear into us, the fear of unknown, the fear of not knowing as to what it is that will happen, the fear of failure, also a lot of time, the fear that we may have personally experienced in our friends' lives, in the news that we read, and that is something that gets embedded. Now, since this is not something that we are born with, we can unlearn it as well. And it's as easy or as difficult as self discipline. You need to be doing it repeatedly over a period of time so that it becomes a second memory. The first is to visualize. By visualizing, you are performing with confidence and competence in the area where you are careful. Your visual range will eventually be accepted by your subconscious and its instructions for your performance. Your self image, the way that you see yourself. So, if you've been really worried, or if you get really anxious while you're speaking in front of a crowd, think of yourself that you're speaking with confidence, that you're able to deliver your presentation with absolute ease in a big crowd. What you can do as a small experiment is that you can try and maybe have your presentation with a small group of people. Just do it with your immediate team before you get onto the bigger platform. The second tip is avoid avoidance. The way to deal with fear is to face it. Avoiding our fear only prevents us from moving forward. It makes us very anxious. The ability of not knowing what it feels like or what it would. What if you fell? What is if someone mocked you? And these are already thoughts that your mind is just simply playing games with you. So try not to avoid doing it, whether it is public speaking, whether it is going ahead and making more friends, whether it is writing that book. Don't sort of preempt and tell yourself, or procrastinate and say, oh, I will write that book when I have all the information or all the data, or I have enough people who have validated and told me that how well I write. Also observe your anxiety whenever that you feel an anxious pang or a panic attack coming up. Just quieten your breath down. Just observe the anxiety for what it is. Just see as to, are your hands going cold? Is your mouth going dry? Is your stomach in knots? And just stay with that uncomfortable feeling for maybe half a minute. Just stay with it, observe it, and let it pass. The more we get engaged, the more we tell our mind that, oh, this is something that I can't do, or I can't be getting up, and I can't be putting myself out in so many people. And what is it that everybody is going to be saying for something that we have not even tried? So try and not avoid whatever it is that you may be wanting to do ahead with your life or with your passion. Third tip is to move with fear. Yes, you heard me right. And whenever you identify a fear and you start moving towards it, as in that you start taking charge of it, the fear starts getting smaller. It's no longer this really big, huge thing or this big monster that you've been trying to battle. So break it into small pieces. If you're trying to write a book, try and write maybe short stories. Don't try and aim for that big fat novel which you'll maybe sit on it forever and it'll be unfinished, and then you'll just feel more dejected to go back to it. And the most important thing over here is that as your confidence grows along with it, your fear also keeps getting smaller. So remember to keep walking towards your fear, keep breaking into small pieces so it is something that you can manage. The next step is to owning your fear. This is quite similar to the previous step where we start walking towards our tip. When we own a fear, it is something that we are comfortable talking about. Don't hesitate to tell your friends that, oh, I had a bad fall from my bike, or I got stuck in the sand rut, or I wrote a short story and I didn't even, nobody liked and nobody commented on it, or I haven't received any positive feedback. Talk about it so that it's no longer that big white elephant in the room, and you realize that maybe you're the only one who's making such a big deal about it. It is not really a big deal. The truth also is, my friends, that the more we make a big deal about something that is happening with us, we just feel that the entire spotlight is on us and everybody is looking at us and saying that, oh my God, how badly she wrote, or what a horrible story he's written. The truth is, no one really cares. So you need to just own your fear, talk about it, make it maybe even into a joke, laugh about it and say, yeah, I keep trying, I don't know, I'm not able to get it right, but I'm at it, and it's something that I really love, and I'm going to ensure that one day I will get it absolutely right. The next step is to process your fear and then carry on with your life. So being brave is not just about sticking your chest out and smiling regardless of what you endure. It is about finding a way to emotionally process your fears and also to be able to keep going. So there's a very simple strategy. I have like a toolkit. Whenever I'm faced with something that I feel, oh, this is not something that I can really manage, I change the story in my mind. I listen to more music, I cook, I go out for long walks, I move to a more neutral ground. The idea is that the more we start obsessing about something that brings about anxiety or in panic, or we make it a part of our conversations, we are not able to process, we are not able to move on from it. So even when you are having these conversations, correct yourself, check yourself that in these conversations, how often do you say things like, I can't do this, I'll never be able to do this, I don't know why I'm doing it. Acknowledge and appreciate yourself. So you could say things like, you could change the script like, I've been trying to write and it didn't go right today, and it's been I know it was just a day, and tomorrow it will be better. When you say that, and when you move to a more neutral place, when you move your mind to a neutral place, you move the panic and the obsessiveness that your mind could be leading you on to saying, and the story that you're trying to tell yourself, saying that I can't do it, this is not for me, I don't know why I even bother to do it, and so on and so forth. So remember to process your fear. Remember to talk about it in a very positive way, and also to stay on a neutral ground. Next, and the last and the most important, and one of my most favorite tip is that you're not defined by your fear. Now, it does not define you, no matter who you are, what it is that you're trying to learn. Maybe you could just be trying to create a YouTube video and maybe you don't get it right the first time round, whether it is the framing, it's the lighting, it's the content. And you may just feel that, oh, I'm making just such a fool out of myself, or I don't know, will I ever get it right? Just remember that there are plenty more things that are going right in your life, and you are brave enough to be putting yourself outside for the world to see. And absolutely no one but you who can be your best and your worst critique. So go with the fear. When you learn to go with the fear, you could find yourself actually having fun. I think that stays common in all the stories, and everybody who's learning something new and faces fear, is that you eventually come back to a place of calm, a place of confidence the moment you start working towards it, the moment you start walking towards it. It just gets reduced to maybe half or quarter of a size. So, and that is just the amount of space that it should have in your life. It is not something that should consume you. It is not something that should define you. You need to be patting yourself on the back for trying something new. At least you made that effort. At least you made your effort to walk a step, maybe 10 steps towards your dream. To quickly recap all the tips that I shared with you. The first one was visualizing. The second one was avoiding avoidance. The third was moving towards the fear. Next was owning your fear and processing our fears, and then to carry on with our life and having fun along with it. And last but not the least was being defined by our fears. I look forward to seeing you again. I will be coming and sharing a lot more tips on a lot of different subjects. If there is something that you want me to talk about, please do write in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and share the channel. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.